Operation Grey Phantom is shaping up to be one of the biggest Rainbow Six mobile updates we've had in a long time. Not only are we getting a brand new operator, Finka, but Ubisoft is also making major balance changes, expanding 120 FPS support, and working on improvements for ranked matchmaking. Let's break down everything coming in the update. Starting with the biggest headline, Finka. Finka is finally making her way into Rainbow Six Mobile. While Ubisoft hasn't fully revealed every detail yet, her arrival adds another fan-favorite operator from Siege, and could have a major impact on team compositions once players start experimenting with her gadget and playstyle. Adding her only makes sense after the addition of a healing operator for defenders. Now let's talk about the balance changes. Glaz is receiving a significant rework. Ubisoft says his thermal scope created confusion because it behaved so differently from his normal weapon mode, as it had a reduced fire rate in thermal mode. The one-shot kill in thermal mode is being removed, but in exchange, the weapon is becoming much faster and more consistent. Fire rate is increasing in both thermal and non-thermal modes, recoil is being reduced, and switching between his firing modes should feel much smoother overall. Instead of relying on single powerful shots, Glaz players will now be able to perform faster follow-up shots, making headshots easier. Also, Frost is getting what might be one of the biggest buffs in the update. Welcome mats are becoming significantly harder to destroy. Ubisoft wants Frost to better punish attackers who rush into objectives without properly clearing utility. This means attackers will have to pay much more attention when entering buildings, because Frost traps are about to become a much bigger threat. On the other hand, Twitch is receiving a nerf. Her primary weapon has been one of the strongest weapons in the game for a long time, and Ubisoft is increasing its recoil. Twitch should still remain a strong operator due to her drone utility, but aggressive fragging with her is likely going to require much more control. Lesion is seeing a small adjustment as well. Ubisoft noticed that GU mines were sometimes triggering from farther away than intended due to character collision interactions. The detection radius is being reduced slightly to make those situations feel more fair. Sledge is getting several quality of life improvements. Players will be able to use the breaching hammer faster after equipping it, and perhaps more importantly, you'll now be able to vault while holding the hammer. These changes should make Sledge feel much smoother and more responsive during aggressive plays.
Attack Recruit is also receiving a weapon damage buff to help newer players remain competitive while learning the game. Outside of operator balancing, Ubisoft is also addressing one of the biggest topics in the community, matchmaking. The developers acknowledge that some legendary ranked matches can feel unfair, especially when highly ranked players end up facing opponents who are significantly lower in rank. They're continuing to work on improvements to the matchmaking system and MMR calculations in order to create more balanced matches. For mobile players, there's another huge announcement. 120 FPS support is being expanded to more devices. Ubisoft is removing the previous memory requirement and instead basing support on overall device capability and screen refresh rate. This means many players who previously couldn't access the feature may now have the option available. And finally, iOS users should see improvements as well. The developers confirmed that recent iOS updates negatively impacted performance on some devices. Operation Grey Phantom includes fixes aimed at restoring stability and improving performance. Overall, Operation Grey Phantom looks like a very important update for Rainbow Six Mobile. We have a new operator joining the roster, major balance changes that could shift the meta, improvements for ranked matchmaking, and better performance support across a wider range of devices. But now, I want to hear from you. What's the change you're most excited about? Is it Finka, the Frost buff, the Glaz Rework, or the expanded 120 FPS support? Let me know down in the comments.